Welcome to a brand new series on my YouTube channel called Saturday Sitdown, and this takes place obviously every single Saturday, and throughout the week on one of these videos I want you guys to leave me comments and let me know what topic you want me to discuss. Now it doesn't have to be sports, but I want to keep it kind of video game related if possible. So this week we're talking about who's going to be a better quarterback in Madden 16. Will it be Mariota, will it be Winston? But it can be about shooters, RPGs, any sort of game you guys want to talk about, or any kind of subject you guys want to deal with. Let me know by leaving me a comment in this video. I'll pick one the following week, we'll discuss it, I'll give you a shout out on that video, and we'll go from there. But at this point, let's talk about Mariota and Winston. Madden 16 has kind of talked about their biggest feature so far being new passing controls. They're kind of having renewed focus on the quarterback position, and ultimately, I want to know which rookie quarterback is going to be the most dominant in Madden 16. And at this point, we're kind of making, the assumption that Mariota and Winston are going to be starting for the respective clubs on week 1. If that doesn't happen, obviously this could be a little bit different, but let's go over the points. So looking at a talent perspective, Jameis Winston has a ton of talent at receiver. You've got Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans, who are absolute monsters, and they're going to be great in the red zone, great on deep balls, and especially in the traffic throws. They will be huge for Jameis Winston players. And when you look at tight end position, he's got Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who has a lot of potential and is a stud in Madden. So I think with those receivers at his core, he's going to be pretty solid for you. Now Mariota, on the other hand, has good receivers himself. He has Justin Hunter, Kendall Wright, Dorial Green-Beckham, who could be the next Randy Moss in Madden. He's kind of scary. They picked up Akeem Nicks, and they have a lot more threats they can actually use. When you're looking at Bishop Sankey out of the backfield, he wasn't really that big of a factor for the Titans last season, but bringing in a read option playbook is going to make a Marcus Mariota Bishop Sankey combo absolutely deadly. And when you look at Winston, he's kind of one of the most intelligent quarterbacks we've seen come out in a long time. Maybe Andrew Luck is the last one we've seen that is that intelligent. That's really going to benefit him in Madden. He's done some really dumb things off the field, but I'm anticipating that Donnie Moore is going to give him a really good awareness, or a solid awareness rating for a rookie quarterback. He's going to be able to thread the needle. His throwing accuracy should be pretty money, especially in the red zone, so he'll be clutch there. Mariota, on the other hand, is an incredible athlete, but he's still got good accuracy himself. He's quick, he's got really good speed, and he's pretty accurate. He's coming from primarily a one-read system in college, but I think that even with that being the case, he's going to be accurate enough in Madden for you to dice up defenses and kill them with your legs. Now when you're looking at Madden 16 again, Jameis Winston's probably going to be pretty similar to Ben Roethlisberger if we want to make a comparison for him. He's going to be really good on short throws, he's going to beat you on a few deep routes here and there. He's going to pick up a small chunk of yards with his legs when he really needs it. Where he's going to kill opposing players in Madden, though, is going to be the red zone. As I mentioned earlier, big receivers who can catch great in traffic. They're going to have a high spectacular catch rating. And that's going to prove to be a huge success for him on the virtual gridiron. If both players kind of keep their current release, their throwing point in Madden, I think Winston's going to get a big nod in terms of hitting receivers in stride. He's more of a Kurt Warner arm motion, whereas Mariota has a higher release that's resulting in a few more jump ball situations on deeper routes. And that's kind of a small thing, but ultimately it can be the difference between picking up 8 to 10 yards after a catch or getting tackled pretty much immediately. Now, neither QB is really a safe bet when it comes to holding on to the football, so if you're looking to scramble with either player, know that there's some ball security issues. Most of those security issues are going to lie with Mariota instead of Winston, though. Mariota's going to be more likely to fumble when he's scrambling. If he takes too many hits in Madden, if you're not having good protection on your offensive line, be prepared for Mariota to drop the ball. You'll even see in this video, I do fumble with Mariota a few times. A big shout out to Kev26385. He's the guy that I'm playing in this video, a good friend of mine. His Twitter is in the description below. Make sure to check it out and give him a follow if you wouldn't mind. And when we look at MUT ratings, that's going to be pretty interesting. A lot of times the MUT crew, they kind of embellish the ratings a little bit. EA comes in and says, well, we'll give you a higher speed here, better throwing accuracy, higher throwing power. So that's going to be really interesting for both players. When you look at just their core ratings right now in MUT for the highest cards they offer for both players, Winston has nearly a 30-point advantage in his trucking rating. If you look at his strength, it's about 8 to 10 points higher, I believe so, and that's really going to go a long way in picking yards up after the first contact. So if you're running, QB sneaks, you're doing some power runs here and there, or running a read option, you're probably going to have a better chance of knocking over defenders and getting those last few yards with Winston instead of Mariota in this case. Now, regardless of whether you choose Mariota or Winston in Madden 16, don't get me wrong, you're going to be happy. Both QBs, in my opinion, are great players. They're both going to be quick enough to get you some yards on the ground. He's going to beat people deep. They're really good young quarterbacks, and you can't go wrong with either one. This is just kind of helping you figure out which one will be better for you in Madden NFL 16. Now, if you look at Mariota, he's going to be quicker for you. He's going to help you move around in the pocket a little bit more. He's a little bit more agile, or a lot more agile, actually. He's going to give you great accuracy on short throws. When it comes to your medium throws, he's got pretty good accuracy there. And his deep ball will be okay. I'm not assuming that it's going to be very great there, unless he puts on a great performance earlier in the year. But he's going to be decent enough there to kind of avoid a few jump balls, but be wary of deep interception throws with Mariota coming in the next season. As I mentioned before, he's got a high arm release. It's probably going to hurt you a little bit on deep balls, but he'll be solid enough there. Winston, on the other hand, is going to be great on short throws just like Mariota. His medium accuracy will be a lot better in my opinion, and his deep balls will probably be a lot better than Mariota. He is a little bit stronger arm in this case, coming from being a baseball player. As long as his shoulder doesn't show any real weakness from the injury that he had when they were talking about it in camp and everything, I think he'll be fine. But they're both going to be really good quarterbacks for you. Now, ultimately, this is a really close call for me. I'm going to give the small nod to Mariota due to his extra ability to escape from pressure and beat defenses with his legs for long games. Not just short games, but long games. That'll set him a long way apart for the Madden community this year for Madden NFL 16. Winston's still going to be able to pick up yards on the ground as well, but he's not going to be nearly the added threat that Mariota will be. Now, ultimately, I want to know, who do you guys think is going to be the more dominant player in Madden 16 next year? Do you get the nod to Mariota? Is it Winston? Let me know by leaving a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, let me know if you want more of these. Leave a comment below telling me so. Leave a like in this video, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet already.